Bangin Beers Podcast, episode 166. We are drinking some Cave Brewing Company. Myself, Anthony, Bob, and Bill joining the table today. We have some show news, but nothing we can't really break yet. We can give you a little insight. The show we called Last Call at the end of this month. Bob came and we had a little conversation, and we're going to have to talk to the rest of the team. Obviously, everyone's not here, and we haven't really had a full conversation, but I think things are going to change. I don't know how exactly that's going to take place. We have to still figure it out, but Last Call may not be happening, but we'll see. Well, it's up in the air. First off, we want to thank everyone who has been and does support. It's been fantastic. You guys have been unbelievable. The like, support, and everything you guys have been giving us have been tremendous. Yeah, thank you. Just all I can really say. It's tough. It's not easy making content. It's not easy when you're extremely hard on yourself and you're competitive and you want things to be good and be successful. I love doing it, but the love of the game isn't enough for me. I'm just being completely honest. Like, I can't go out and win a participation trophy. Like, I want to be good. I want to be heard. I want to be listened to. So when things are down, I got to either fix it. And if we don't fix it, we call it. That's just kind of where I'm at. But that's all for another day. But once again, thank you guys so much. Check out the Iwep network. All the links below. We are on all social media. If you're listening to this on the audio or even listening to us live, we're live on Sunday right now, 3 o'clock. Maybe to be determined if we're live again on next Sunday, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, go check out those social medias and check and follow us and show some support. And if you're on audio, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I'm fucking winging it today. I'm exhausted from last night's wrestling show. If you are on audio, leave a review. You can leave reviews on Facebook. I think it's called a recommendation now and not a review, but you can leave like a 1 star, whatever you want to do. That 2-star podcast looking for a 5-star beer. Apple, you can leave reviews. Spotify, you can leave a star ranking. So follow us on those audio platforms. It really helps us out. It's the only place right now we're being monetized. It's not a lot. It's not a big monetization. I'm all about transparency. I've been the entire time on this network. We're up to 39 cents.
Ooh.
So
hey, maybe when we hit $11,
we could buy one beer.
If we buy a case of Milwaukee's Best Light and drink it on the show.
I like it. Here's the cool thing about the monetization is that we all the shows are separated now. So another thing we just added, if it was going to happen or not, I just put it up there, is the Patreon. If you were subscribed to the Patreon before, it was subscribed to the network. And I didn't really know who was supporting the network Patreon and what show they were supporting. I mean, I had it set by tiers, but just the number of tiers, and like the Bangin Beers is $20. That didn't mean all 20 went to Bangin Beers and only 5 went to this show. We just broke it up by the show name. But now every show has their own Patreon. So if you are only a Bangin Beers listen to on this network, and plus the network, I only put the shows that I run on the network, but there's other shows that are part of the network. And I felt it was weird that if someone listened to the network and then came and only seen my 5 shows and the other shows weren't represented, that bothered me because I think every show should be equally represented. So I made them their own Patreon. So if you want to support on Patreon, it's just general support. You can do the lowest you can do is $1. Like if you're big papa dollars, you can do $1.5 million. I don't care what you do. We do have a tip jar now on our link tree below, and merch is now on Redbubble, but Teespring may be happening. It was working really well because I'm having issues on Google Chrome, and then I tried it on Firefox, and I got 2 listings to actually show up, and then I tried a third, and it fucked up. Yeah. So we'll figure it out, and we'll try to get that going again. But yeah, things are looking good, we'll say, for the future of the show, and I'm excited. But we're going to dive into Cave Brewing. We have show beers. We're finishing the last of this New Trail variety pack that's been in the fridge. We do have some other cool things that we want to wrap up here with. Bob brought 4 beers from Cave Brewing, and then we have one from Rusty Rail, the PB&J Fool's Gold. So we'll have that as well. And then maybe, we'll see. There's only 3 of us. Maybe we'll save this for another day, but we have some Brugal. Now,
Leyenda.
Oh, this is Leyenda, but it's made by Brugal.
Yes, it's a Brugal product, yes.
Yeah, so I had Brugal when I was in Dominican Republic, and then there's Brugal, then there's like aged Brugal that has like a net around the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the top tier one.
This, in my opinion, this is the premier Brugal
product. This is top of the I did not have this one. We'll see. Maybe we'll we'll sip on some rummy rum. So what's been new? We'll start with you, Bill. What's been going on?
Nothing. I got new glasses.
I see that.
Right?
You look good. You look good.
I know.
A little Drew Carey-ish.
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm into it. What do we got in the chat? Daniel says, "What's up, guys?"
Hey, Dan.
Dave's TV says, "Cheers, gents. Cheers, Dave's." The STDs boys are hanging out with us early. What happened to the other two guys? Did they fall asleep? It's tough, man. It's summertime. People are busy. Things are going on. It's tough to get everyone at the table, which is a huge reason why it's tough to what we're trying to figure out with the show. But yeah, people got lives. It's when you're creating content, it's not easy to stay consistent. It really isn't, and it's not anyone's fault. Life happens, and like I said, we're not being paid for this, so it's for the love of the game. But yeah, they're out doing some stuff today. But you can always hang out with us in the community page on Facebook too. People are posting some cool beer spots. So it's just the continuity of it's bothering me. Just slide that microphone on that chair. Yeah. Who else we got in the chat? Poor man's employee of the month.
Wow.
Hanging out with us. Angel. Hanging out with us in the chat. I
might go there next Saturday. I might take my dad there. We're gonna go off on a brewery adventure for Father's Day.
I like that. I don't know what I'm doing next Saturday. Do I have something? No, I'm off next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm actually off, so I figure that he and I can go off and maybe hit a couple down that area. So maybe we'll see Angel if he's working.
Yeah, that's a good place to go. I have one more can of the Irish, not the Irish. Is it the Italian lager?
Yeah.
What was that one called? I forget, but I have one more can left, and I'm like, I want to drink it, but I'm like, I kind of like, it's one of those nights. Like,
yeah, I just drank my last year of the lager the other night, so that's part of why I want to go again because I want to re-up on some of their stuff for the fridge.
He says, "Haha, bro, I feel it with my soul." Yeah, dude, you're part of the game, man. You know how hard it is to make content. He goes, I think Dan is working next Saturday, so you're gonna see our boy Dan.
I'll get to see Dan.
But all right, Bob, tell us a little bit about Cave Brewing Company.
Well, it's not going to be as complete a history as it was for like a Treehouse, but I do know a little bit about this brewery. And if anyone from the brewery is listening or is friends with them,
probably not, because no one even knew we were going live. We didn't even know we were going live today.
But and anyone catches me screwing up, please feel free to correct. So this started out as a home brewer in Bethlehem. They brewed out of their garage. They got the itch to become professional brewers. They got their license. Originally, they did brew out of their house, and one of their neighbors was a recovering alcoholic. And when the house became the point of sale, there were some conflicts. And so one of the things that they did to de-escalate that, I guess, is they rented a storefront in the South Mall down in Allentown. I don't know if anybody remembers them from there or not. They were actually you had to go inside the mall. It wasn't like in the shopping center outside or like an outside store. You had to actually go inside the mall to get to it.
Imagine if you walk around a mall with. So we had a wine store at the Schuylkill Mall towards the end when they knew they were just no one cared, and it was just like at the end of its road and no one gave a shit. The mall wouldn't let you take beers out in the mall, but if you went to the wine store and bought a bottle of wine, you could walk around drinking a bottle of wine. I mean, you weren't supposed to, but no one said anything.
Yeah.
We used to have what they called spa days, where we would get bottles of wine. I only did it once or twice, but this was taught to me by somebody else. But they would have spa days, and they would buy a bottle of wine. Then they would go to the massage chairs and put and put $30 in it, and just and have the massage chairs rub you down while you drink wine in the dying Schuylkill Mall. It was good times.
So yeah, unfortunately, that was a situation with the South Mall. That was a dying mall too. I don't think there were 10 stores left in there, including them. At some point, they gave up the ghost on it, and maybe 6 months now. It might be a little longer than 6 months. They have a tasting room or tap room in Lehighton now.
Okay.
So their beer is available there. They carry liquor from the Insurrection Distillery in Lehighton, and I can't remember what winery they carry stuff from too. But you know, it's part of the blossoming effort to revitalize downtown Lehighton. If anybody's familiar with Bonnie and Clyde's restaurant, it's on the same street. It's like 2 blocks north of, or I'm sorry, 2 blocks south of Bonnie and Clyde's. It's on the same side of the street. We've been there a couple times. They have bingo on Thursday nights. It's worth it. Check it out, man.
I hate this fucking.
So
I need a new cable, I think. Is it? What do we got? Food on location? Food trucks?
They sell snack type food. There's no kitchen. I don't know how a food truck would work out there yet. But I get the impression that like if you asked about having food delivered, I don't think they would make a stink about it.
Yeah, that's that's kind of what's going on with Pilgrim, and I kind of dig that.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun having a full box of pizza on the bar.
Yep. Well, yeah, like when we were there at WrestleMania.
And,
I just ran over to Roma and grabbed the pizza, and just brought it back and threw it on the bar and said, "Eat."
Yeah.
They have a can club. If you're in the can club, you can consume on premises at the brewery. But the only real place where you can sit down and drink their beer fresh like this is at the tap room in Lehighton.
Yeah.
And actually, from my last visit down there, now I understand too that like this has become like a second generation where it was originally the father in the family that was the licensed brewer. This has gone down, and one of his kids primarily does all the work now, and so more power to him.
Yeah. And you said so. How long total? Like business wise, are you sure?
No, I'm not sure when they started, to be honest.
Okay.
I know I remember seeing them at a couple different brew fests and stuff.
I believe that's School County Brew Fest. Yeah. Actually, they kind of released a list of their plays. I was actually looking for that. I wasn't ignoring Bob if you're watching on video.
They have most of the list for Brewfest up there. There's still some that they didn't announce yet.
How I discovered them is Rose and I started going to a Native American festival called the Roasting Ears of Corn Festival. That's at the American Indian Museum down there, where the Little Lehigh Trout Hatchery is. And the first time we went to that, I was already on Untapped, and I went to see where the nearest brewery was, and the tap room in the mall came up, and so that became our thing every year. When we went to the event, we would go to the
now I know afterwards. Like it's become a thing where people are like, it's like some breweries hate Untapped, and I understand why they do, because it's like podcasts. The good thing is you can make a podcast, but the bad thing is everyone can make a podcast. But same with Untapped. Everyone's a fucking beer critic on that app, and they're like, I hate peanut butter, 1 star. And it's like, cool, man, thanks. This is like a big marketing tool for us, and you're shitting on us.
I think as long as the brewers and breweries themselves and as well as other users, if they know that, like, if the person says, I don't like peanut butter.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point with more communication about it.
And they
ignore that guy.
And they give a peanut butter beer a 1, but you ordered the peanut butter beer.
Yeah.
But I use it for so much more.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
People like you, it works out because you're using it to be like, I'm in this area, where can I go find something? And then you're being put onto that's what Untapped was fucking created for, is that if you're out somewhere and I'm in the middle of fucking Arkansas and I'm like, where can I get a really good craft beer? What's the top rated craft beer and where can I buy it? Boom. Untapped.
Or also if you're in PA, breweries in PA has I believe the Google Maps overlay.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Will show all of the breweries in Pennsylvania.
There's one called PA Beer Reviews too that does one. That's really, really good as well. I always use theirs because they have it's like Google Maps, and you can zoom out and it's like 680 breweries. You're like, that's crazy. But real fast, School County Brew Fest, VIP goes on from 1 to 2. General admission is from 2 to 6. God damn it. 1 to 6 is going to be a long day.
Well, I mean, what's the chances you get left over there again this year?
Probably high. I'm going to have Rosa that's going to have my back this year. I won't be left for dead by my wife. But yeah, it's going to be the 1 year anniversary of Pilgrim being at their open business. That's going to be really fun. I believe VIP tickets, if not gone, there's very little left. Yeah, so definitely head over to if you're on Facebook, go over to School County Brew Fest, their thing, and then it's bigtickets.com, which is where they're selling them. But here's a list of what we got. So bear with me because it's a bunch. And it's like 4 or 5 city blocks of downtown Pottsville. It's fucking awesome.
And then also other vendors and food trucks.
Yeah, food trucks and vendors. There's moonshine usually there, wine. There was
the alcoholic cupcakes.
Yeah,
last year.
It's fucking sick.
I got to get my gnaw jaw fix.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there is Pilguru, the host of the event, Snitz Creek Brewing, the current Skook champs, the North, what they're going to make that trip down. Can't wait to see those guys again. Robin Hood Brewing Company, Catman Brewing Company, Rotunda, Dirty Bull Brewing Company, Dynasty Brewing Company, which we had a good collaboration with them at Pilguru. So that's a cool thing too. Now that Pilguru is downtown center Pottsville, and they do a collaboration with Dynasty, or they do a collaboration with Abomination, and people are like, well, what are they? Like, I love that collaboration. Let's see what they have.
A collaboration with Mount Gretna.
That's what they did. The
dark Mexican lager. Yeah.
Which is like Modelo.
I like
fantastic.
I have, I think, 4 or 5 left at home.
Really?
And then I'll have to re-up. But yeah.
Where was I at here? Liquid Shoes Brewing Company, Prototype Brewing Company, and Meadery. Powell, right? Powell.
Oh, I gotta see.
Powell. I don't know if it's pronounced.
Yeah, Powell Valley Farms.
Huh?
Powell Valley.
Powell. Okay.
Yeah, Powell Valley.
I always said Powell. Anyway, Fanenstock and Bear Brewing Company, 412 Abomination, Hidden River, Stokers, Yingling, Blackrock, Monday Brewing Company, Highway Manor Brewing Company, Arboretum Trail.
Yeah, they're from out near Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Arboretum.
Yeah. Arboretum. Thank you. I'm dumb. 10-7 Sirens. 7 Sirens. Downriver Brewing, Mount Gretna, Wolf. They always bring bangers every year. Bash Brewing. Bash Brewers, I believe, a podcast too. I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's Decaying with the Boys, but yeah. That's their podcast name, and then they have the
Rough Edges Brewing, Three Phase Brewing, Fluffy Bunny Brewing, and Magnus Brewing, and more to be announced. Which they do have a bunch more to announce. Didn't see Tattered Flag on there.
Maybe they're one of the to be announced.
Maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be great. And they also said, I don't know if there's a post about it. I can kind of go to the events and scope it out here quick. They did announce that there is
wrestling there.
Pro wrestling.
And I think Andy Heder is wrestling.
Andy Heder, the Tornado Tag Podcast's own Andy Heder is wrestling. So they're gonna not only have amazing beers, but they're going to have a ring in the middle of the street in Pottsville. This, to me, is the price of admission, because if I could drink beer and watch wrestling, I'm fucking sold. But they're going to put a ring in downtown Pottsville. They have Big Dan Champion. There's more. I didn't see all the names. I'm trying to find it. But Big Dan Champion, Andy Heder, Tony Deppen, who is all over the world, just had a great run. And he's about to wrestle.
He just got back from Europe.
He's about to wrestle John Moxley for the GCW World Championship, which is huge. GCW is killing it, probably the top of the indies right now, and he's going to wrestle for the championship, which is fucking sick. But he will be wrestling. There's more names. I don't have it in front of me. I should have been more prepared, but it's going to be so much fun. Professional wrestling, beer. I'm fucking sold, boys. But it's going to be a great time. Get your tickets now. Come hang out with us. We will be walking around, just drinking beer, enjoying the festivities, and come chill. What else we got here? First time. What we got here? First time here. Brian the Beer Snob, still your wave. Thank you, Dave, and thanks, Brian Dave. The Beer Snob. Yeah, Brian's he puts all of his content in our community page. He's very active in there, and we enjoy him for hanging out and joining us and showing us the reviews. Angel said Untapped is definitely not a fair indicator of a brewery, but it's cool to search, and definitely but it's definitely not fair. A lot of people that don't drink, for example, stouts will go on there and say shit local beer brewery. Yeah, and shit on a local beer brewery. I totally agree. It's been a while, ladies. Jack Howard, love it. We are pretty. Look how I got my hair up for you, baby. Anyway, yeah. So Bob, what have you been up to since the last time we seen you as I cracked this first beer?
We didn't do any major road trips since the Bucks County Beer Trail, but I can't remember if I said it or not. Is there
anything that stood out on any of your trips?
I closed out the Tap Depot at Humboldt venue badge.
Oh, did you?
So so I made level 100 on that.
What was your final beer to do it?
It was a Firestone Walker Stout. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
We were at Sabatini's the other day. Always a great time there.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go. I was actually gonna go last week to Humboldt Tap or Pilguru, but full disclosure, I'm currently job seeking. I think I found something like a side hustle I want to do for a while, because I want to focus on something where I can do, like, I can make my own hours type deal and still push this podcast thing, because it is my dream and that's what I want to do. But so I'm trying that rock star lifestyle, I guess you could say. But also I had what little money I had left, we go to look at our bank card the other day, and there's 2 charges for $300 and some from a Wawa in Allentown. I didn't spend $300 twice at a Wawa in Allentown, so someone stole my bank card. So not only am I unemployed going off scraps here, but someone wiped out, hit me pretty hard. So I had to cancel my bank card, fight the charges. You know the whole deal. You're an adult if you're listening. So yeah, so it's been a couple shitty couple of weeks for your boy here. But yeah, so I was gonna actually, when you were posting, I was like, oh, I should go hang out with Bob, and I was like, I can't because someone fucking destroyed me. The car is AC again too, by the way.
I'd have got you.
Yeah, I know, but you know, when you're fucking a dude, you're like, I don't want fucking handouts. But we have Patreon if you want to. Not joking.
Or just when you fall asleep, play a couple episodes and mute it and fall asleep and let it play overnight.
Yeah, that actually it's really smart too. Yeah, when you're going to bed or if you need something for your dogs to listen to, put us on your YouTube and help us out. That'll get some views up. Last beer says, cheers all. About to crack a hop butcher for the world. I'm not sure that beer. Check it out. All right, so what do we got here, Bob? You want to read this one off?
Yeah, this is called the Cave Craft American Pilsner from the Cave Brewing Company of Bethlehem, PA. Even though this says Allentown, they're really in Bethlehem. It comes in at 6.1% ABV. It's listed at 39 IBUs. It has been logged 41 times where it averages a 3.25. I have 2 friend logins where it averages a 3.75.
I can't get my phone, won't work right now.
We evolved the typical Pilsner by using 100% German Pilsen malt, fresh Pacific Northwest hops, and a pure strain of German lager yeast. We upped the alcohol because we could, so this is not your dad's Pils. The result is a clean and crisp Pilsner with a perfectly balanced, mild, bitter aftertaste. You could drink this beer as a lawnmower beer, but we won't be responsible for the roses getting mowed over.
Not our rose, though.
Huh?
Not our rose, though.
No. And the flavor profile is listed as light, bitter, clean, and hoppy.
So, like he said before, Allentown is their tap house, but they're
that's what they used to have the storefront in Allentown.
Yeah.
So but the actual all the beer is brewed in Bethlehem.
So yeah, K Brewing, they have made 133 beers that are untapped on check-in. And they average a 3.49, and you can follow all of them on their links below that you can check them out. I think I have everything but their Twitter. I didn't get a chance to find their Twitter to put it in the show notes, but Facebook and Instagram are there, as well as their website, kbrewing.com. 7 total K check-ins, 2K unique, and 107 likes. So go show them some lovey love. But yeah, this is good. So what's that smell I'm getting on the beginning of it? Are you getting
It's
that
yeah.
I don't get a smell, but I don't know about you guys. I get a big hit of corn on the back end.
Here's a quick question. I've experienced this with a beer, a local beer. Well, not really local. I don't know. I've experienced with a beer recently where you crack the can or you get a pour of it and it has like an eggy smell. I don't know what that is. It's not like an off-putting thing to me. The beer's still fantastic. I can drink it all day long. And the smell on this one's not off-putting either. I'm just not sure what I'm getting. But it does have like a interesting smell to it. But the beer is fantastic.
And it also isn't the 6.1 that it is like.
Well, it says 5.3 on the can.
So it's 5.3 on the can, but 6.1
on
6.1 on Untapped.
I think we're being duped, boys.
Well, maybe it's anywhere. Maybe it's like a 120-minute worldwide stout situation where they're not entirely sure. So.
Now, you said there's a beer that you have from them you might bring next week if we record.
Yeah, the cocoa lager.
A chocolate lager.
Let me double check and make sure they don't have something else with a similar name, and I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah. There's another one on here called Peach Fuzz. Your boy likes peach beer, so I'm interested in that one. This is called what? American Craft Pils. I was afraid to type it because I was like, there's no way that's gonna show up.
You have to do American Craft Pilsner and then type Cave, and then the Cave Brewing one comes up.
I'm within the brewery, and I type Pilsner, and this is the only one that comes up. So
switching people out a lot. Like,
We're back live.
okay,
Yeah, this is why this is the struggle of being a live stream podcast. Sometimes things happen. What happened? The internet plug got bumped by the dog or something. I don't know. But if you're listening to the audio later, there's a lot of awkward conversations that happen.
I don't think it was awkward.
That's actually next Saturday. I'm going to my first game of the year.
Baseball,
Rail Riders.
Rail Riders.
I can't get into it. Maybe
I
there's more
love
beer
it.
involved. Usually,
Well, they usually have a good beer list at most of the stadiums now. And price wise, it's not like it's a little more, but not awful for what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like I know the Reading Phillies actually have Chesterfield on draft.
what?
Yes,
I'm a Reading Phillies fan.
so you could go there and get Chetty on draft, and then they have a pretty good craft beer selection there too. At the one place, they have a lot of different like local stuff from the Reading, the Hamburg area. I know they have 1787 stuff down there.
Yeah,
on draft that you can get and such. So
one of the questions you asked when we weren't live on the stream is, have we watched anything?
yes,
I binge watched season 3 and 4 of Stranger Things.
I haven't watched 4 yet because
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I watched season 1 way back, watched season 2, and I didn't. I'm not gonna say I hated season 2, but it didn't grab me. And then everyone's like, "Yo, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going." So I watched it and I was like, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I know the characters. Like I know 11. The rest of the characters' names. Even still watching season 3 and 4, I only know like one character's name. I still like it. I'm sorry. It takes a lot for me to like learn I don't know any of the kids' names. And I love the show. It's really really good. But I don't attach myself to stuff like as hard as other people.
like all the season 3 stuff, like in the mall and everything. It was
Season 3 was fantastic.
so good.
Yeah, season 3 was really, really good. So I pushed through season 3, watched season 4, and then got right to the end of season 4. And they're like, "Ha, you gotta wait till the next month to see the season finale." It's like
until July when they release the rest of the episodes. That each one's an hour and a half, and the finale I think is
how many
2.5
episodes
hours
is it?
long. I think it's like
7 more episodes.
I don't think 7. I think like 4, but like each one's an hour and a half.
Wow.
From what I heard, I could be wrong. The last couple episodes are an hour and a half each, and the final one's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours long.
And then we talked like after the Star Wars episode, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dive into the Star Wars universe. I barely got through episode 1. I tried like 4 times. I'm like,
that's a rough one. That's rough because it's a lot of. It's more tolerable if you watch the original releases and then go back because you kind of have a little.
I'm trying to watch them in like
bit
timeline order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you watch it in release order, episode 1 is slightly more tolerable because you kind of know like some of the players in the game, so to speak, and then you can kind of like piece things together, and it's slightly more tolerable. But it's a lot of like more political stuff.
I don't see
in one.
I watch Stranger Things and it's 5 kids or 4 kids, 5, 4, don't know. I can barely remember their names. And he can break down the history of Star Wars by its fucking political leaders and shit. Like how I don't know how people fucking do that. It blows my mind. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, I got through episode 1, 2, and now I started watching the Clone Wars. I'm like, I can't. I think I'm done.
I'm replaying Jedi Fallen Order.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Clone Wars animation is really fun. I just don't know what they're like. I'm like, I still don't know, like, why are we fighting? Why do these two sides hate each other? Like, I don't understand the political drama of Star Wars. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But anyway, Stranger Things, unbelievable. Season 3, that's everyone probably already seen that. If you haven't, Bob, Stranger Things is essentially sci-fi horror TV show based around these kids.
The only show I ever binge watched was Narcos.
Yeah.
And once they knocked off Pablo, I just lost interest in it.
And Stranger Things too. It's a lot loosely on what MK Ultra kind of.
Yeah, it has some MK
like
Ultra. It's government conspiracies, ultra dimensions. There's a little bit of everything going on in there. It's really interesting. It's a lot of fun, and it's all in the 80s, so it's very 80s heavy references and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. But the season 4 you're gonna enjoy. It's very.
I think I think there's one more season
after this one.
I think so.
There's gonna be 5.
Yeah. I think they said that because they had it already mapped out when they started every single beat throughout the whole.
Interesting.
thing.
Yeah, I think you're really gonna like this season. It's it dives a lot more into like the horror too. Like
I heard that it's a lot like Nightmare on Elm Street.
it has a Nightmare on Elm Street
but
feel.
also because Robert Englund's in it too.
Robert Englund does make an appearance. He sure does. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. But yeah, that's what I binge watched. I think there was something else in there, but I just can't remember.
I've been rewatching Psych.
Psych. Okay,
that was one of my favorites.
We were gonna go.
Like,
we were invited last night to go to the movies, but I was at a wrestling show, and they were gonna, and not cool. We tried to like get together and go see. Went to Knoebels. We did that the other day, and we were gonna go see Jurassic Park. But I really have no interest.
I like them, but like I still didn't see the new Doctor Strange and that
Doctor Strange.
So, but that's coming to Disney Plus on like June 22nd.
Yeah, really soon.
So I can hold out.
Yeah, wrestling show I went to last night. I don't know if you remember this old school cut. Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. No, he was at the show last night. The Godfather. My goal was to smoke weed with him. I unfortunately did not get to do it. Yeah. I was so busy. I couldn't get it. But I was with another weed smoker, another wrestler who's very known for his weed smoking.
Were you there staff or audience?
Staff. Yeah, so I couldn't smoke it. And
you could, but just in moderation.
Yeah, in moderation. But yeah, so I had some legendary
to keep yourself level-headed
marijuana smokers there and didn't get to partake. But I was so busy, man. I was running all over the place, prepping for the show, getting everything done, interacting with the people in the crowd. I like to. It's probably corny because I'm just a commentator there. I have no stake in the company, but I take pride in. Anytime I go to a wrestling show, I take pride in it, and I walk around. I thank the audience for coming and ask them how they enjoy the show, what matches they're excited for. Like I try to be that person who is employee, but like ask people how they're having a good time. Like I think that's important to make that connection. And I think if people are in the audience, I know I would if I was in the audience and the guy who was sitting in commentary walked up and asked how I was doing and if I enjoyed the show, I would resonate more with that. So that's a little bit of my goal. But it was really fun. The matches were good. You can check out PPW on Fight TV. That's the company I do commentary for. And then I think tonight at 6:30, Outbreak Wrestling on YouTube. The last Hamburg Fieldhouse show is going to be up, where I got to do commentary, but my voice is killing me today. But I didn't overheat. I bought this little contraption. This is not another plug, but it's like a neck AC, and you put this around and it blows. So this doesn't blow like super cold air. So if it's 100 degrees out, it's just blowing 100-degree heat in your face. But this one has a little pad in the back, and when you click it, that turns into an ice pack, and it just sits on the back of your nerves on your neck. It's fucking nice. And I didn't overheat because I had that not sweating problem. I might walk around Brewfest with this on. Just walk around, get this breeze.
Yeah.
So cheesy. Dave's TV says, I love Stranger Things. Thank you guys for still hanging out with us after the connection issues. We appreciate it. But all right, let's crack our next beer.
I say we should do this one next.
We're gonna skip the line here.
Because this is a regular IPA and this is a rye one.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that. So we have a Pilsner, a rye, a IPA, and a barley wine. So we have a little bit of a selection here. Almost had a chocolate lager too, but maybe we'll have that as a show beer next week. But that is cool that we're trying a variety of what they offer here. Bob's gonna snap his picture. Let me pull this back up. What are you guys drinking today? Last beer told us he's sipping on. If you guys have been watching or enjoying anything on TV or in general, if you read a book, I don't know, if you played a video game, let us know what you're into. Maybe you give us a recommendation that we can check something out. I know if you're a video game person, like this week is like the video game Super Bowl where they have all the big announcements coming out. So that's I actually right before the show started, I was watching the E3 coverage of Bethesda and Xbox, so that was a good time.
I pre-bought the new Ninja Turtles game last night for the Switch.
I think that drops today.
Nah, the 16th.
The 16th?
Yeah, this coming Thursday. But I pre-bought it on the eShop on Switch, so when I come home from work Thursday, it'll be there.
You see who they announced in the game?
Yeah,
fucking Casey Jones. Andy thinks that they're probably gonna have more.
Probably, because I would imagine they're probably going to add more.
Because he said that the people who made Streets of Rage 5.
Yeah.
And not only did they have all the characters in the game, and then they added a whole bunch more that people wanted from the other Streets of Rage, but then they did like the skin variants. Like each character had like 10 skins.
Well, I'm going to assume probably they're going to likely add back in the girl turtles because I think they brought them back. Did they bring them back in the comics or in something that just came out? They brought back
one girl turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They officially made like a new girl turtle. Yeah.
Like a new one.
Yeah, she was a human.
Not one of the.
She was a human, and she got hurt really, really bad. And then they took their blood and gave it to her,
and then she turned into a turtle.
Well, either she was going to die, or it was going to mutate her and keep her alive. But
Yeah.
she was going to be a turtle.
Yeah.
So then she had that thing where like I was a fucking human, and now I'm a walking human-sized turtle.
Yep.
But they're like, you were going to die, and we wanted to keep you alive. So that's got the storyline that they're going with there. Oh, okay. We got our beer. Bob, read it off. Get us out of this nerd tornado we're in here.
Hop Nectar IPA from the Cave Brewing Company of Bethlehem, PA. This is considered an American IPA. It's not listed on the listing here, but I see on the can it says that it is 6.2% ABV. Supposedly it is, I don't believe this has got to be wrong, 6 IBUs.
This is what,
I don't know if it says anything on the can there. Oop.
No, I don't see
this has been logged in a total of 17 times, where it averages a 3.48.
It's more bitter than hoppy.
I have one friend check in where it averages a 3.75, and I have actually had this once before myself. There is no real write-up. The flavor profile is listed as dry, smooth, hoppy, and bitter.
All right, so this is the Hop Nectar IPA or the Hop Nectar?
The where nectar is spelled correct, that is the one. Nectar.
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah. No, only one's from Cave.
Oh, good call. The other one's Carson. I'm an idiot. My bad. Maybe you guys know more than I do. This nectar profile that they're saying, what is the nectar? Is that like a style of? Because I mean, we have hop nectar. Like when people have
like the nectar is the liquid from a flower.
Yeah, I get that, but like Trogs, their nectar. This isn't like it has this. Like this.
Well, I think
the same
just,
ballpark.
You
don't think it has any
I mean, right church, wrong pew, because Nugget Nectar is a red ale and not an IPA. So,
okay.
Maybe I mean, but the reference
is just
still the same. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
maybe it's my brain.
A pronat. Pronat? I don't know.
It's whatever. It's a description.
No,
yes.
Nectar's a noun.
Yeah.
It's a physical thing.
Yep. So it's just a noun that they would use to describe, like.
Maybe it's just my brain seeing nectar and my love for Nugget. That maybe why I'm putting.
No, but I mean, it is. It's a reference to the same thing. It's the nectar from, because technically the hop is the flower of the plant.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like a style that they were going for. If there's something like a hop profile, and because it's used a lot. I was just asking. I enjoy this.
I like a good American IPA and a good West Coast IPA. Just like a regular, like slightly more bitter, more piney, like because that kind is more my ballpark than the West Coast. Like I like New England's and everything, but like a good West Coast or a good American IPA is just
Dave TV said he's playing Call of Duty and watching us. What's your KD, bro? Is that what they say, the kids?
I have no clue.
I don't know either. I don't play Call of Duty. What else we got here? Last beer says Tavern King by Hop Butcher for the World. That's the one he's drinking. It's a 4.3 rated one. Big hype breweries for the big hype breweries out there. There it is. Well, yeah, we gotta make a trip out there, man. He's no, he's not. I thought he was.
Isn't he down in Atlanta?
No. That's the beer snob.
Wow.
The other beer snob, because he considers himself one too. No, he's from PA, but I think he moved to. I'm having a brain fart, Virginia or something.
Ask him.
Yeah, he'll chime in. But we got to make a Philly or Pittsburgh trip soon. Get out those other spots of Philly and PA that we've been missing out on. But no, I really enjoy this. I would drink more of these. 6.3 doesn't drink like one, but it's definitely more of the bitter than it is the hoppiness, though. So I can buy into that 6 IBU.
Well, if it's more bitter, it should technically have a higher IBU number.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that's 6. That's another one.
I thought that was higher hoppiness.
Yeah.
No, so the IBUs are the bittering units or whatever.
But there's
so
if someone's a beer snob, I'm a beer idiot.
Whoever made the listing on Untappd said
Yeah,
it was
probably.
6.
Said it
so
was
that's
6, but it's probably
maybe 60.
yeah.
So actually, there is a little bit more information on the can. It says that it was hopped with Calypso, Magnum, Lemon Drop, and Zythos hops.
Magnum means it's big.
Yeah, big old
It's
hop.
the most powerful hops in the world. It will blow your head clean off your shoulders, punk.
You got to get a special kettle to put it in.
Yeah.
Like a bigger kettle.
Yeah.
It just doesn't take the normal regular
No,
size kettles.
No, yeah, and the packaging is gold.
Yeah.
On the,
It's a gold kettle.
on the kettle.
There it is. We're 45 minutes in, made our first dick joke. Here it is. We bring high quality content to the internet. Drinking a is that a Leinenkugels?
Leinenkugels.
Yeah, he says Fugels, but I think that's what he's going for. Lemon Haze IPA. Sounds good. What system are you playing on, by the way? Maybe we can link up and play some Xbox later, or if you're Xbox or PlayStation, we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is really, really good. So when you went there to the brewery, what is the environment, the look of it? What can people expect if they go to Cave?
Well, like I said, it's part of like the beginning of the effort to revitalize the downtown. So it is in the middle of some rundown buildings. You go in and it's a fairly spacious place. They have all different kinds of furniture set up. There's the bars on the left. Like I said, they carry stuff from other local people that produce alcoholic beverages. There's at least one, if not 2 wineries. They carry stuff from the Insurrection Distillery. I thought it was laid back and pretty casual.
How's the staff?
It seems I get the impression that it's a husband and wife that run it. They're not related to the people that run the brewery, but they're friends with them. They know a lot about what's going on in town. Good conversationalists.
So they're in tap with the local community and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're gonna. It's almost like when I say the term dive bar, I don't mean it in a negative connotation because we love our dive bars.
Absolutely.
But does it have that school county, small coal town vibe?
I don't know that I would call it dive bar there though. It's
so like for example, you go to some breweries. And they are very like, we'll say the young hipster style, right? Where sometimes you walk in, you're like, oh, these are all 20, 30-year-olds with crazy haircuts and beards and long hair and man buns.
No, none of that.
This more has that like coal region bar type, like, because most Northeast Pennsylvania, even if you get up further up that way, Bethlehem and stuff, they're small coal towns.
It is, but I mean, it's like
that's a steel town.
There's like it's a big open space, and there's like several. Each little section has a different style of furniture in it.
Mm-hmm.
The beer bars, they're next to each other, but they're different heights. It's a different setup than the wine bar.
Oh,
it's all casual. It's laid back. There's no hipster vibe. There's
and there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah,
I'm trying to nail down what.
But it's. I can't put a finger on it, but
yeah. It's enjoyable.
We had a good time. We've been there more than once. So.
Yeah, because I think the cool thing about this show, especially having you on, Bob, there's an age gap here. You know what I mean? So your experience in a bar may be different from what I have. Like if I walk in, what I think is a good time and the atmosphere is completely different from what you would like at a bar. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just trying to peg it down. Like if we all walked into a bar and then we came back and talked about it, like Pilguru, like we might all have a different experience of what we enjoy to pulling that out. You know what I mean? Like what makes this place awesome for us? Is it the staff? Is it the environment? Is it the music? Is it what's on the TVs? Is it how the staff interacts with their customers? So I'm just trying to pull that out a little bit to see how it goes. But yeah, it sounds like a good time. I love going to Bethel, like the steel stacks, like the old, like where they kept the old factory and then they put stuff all around it where concerts and stuff. And like, how far is that from there?
Well, like I said, that's the brewery is still at their home in Lehigh.
Okay. In Bethel.
But the tap room is in Lehigh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Which isn't far from Jim Thorpe as well. So you can make a day of it. Hit downtown, like historical Jim Thorpe, and then hit right path up.
Yeah, definitely a bright path
And-
up. I gotta go back. Fucking all those awesome beers, and I was too fucked up to try it anymore because I had to eat. Do you guys get other half beers? Can we get? Well, I mean, you can order other half now, right? Because they're in Pennsylvania.
They're in Philly. I don't know if they have distro light rights for certain counties or what. I don't know if they signed any distribution deals, but
We should do some research on that. I mean, we used to have other half beers all the time on here. Former member used to drive up there and pick up other half and Hudson Valley all the time from the upstate New York area. So, I mean, we've had them. They're fucking fantastic. Now they're in Philly. We definitely want to try it more, but something we have to maybe look into, maybe make an order and get some other half beers now, or make a Philly trip, jump on the bus.
Yeah.
All right. What's you gonna say something, Bob?
I was gonna say that's the summer's just starting. Rose and I got lots of road tripping ahead. So
He said in the chat here, have not had the Hop Butcher. It's hard to get in Florida. Oh, you're a Florida guy, Dave TV. I live in Virginia. Hop Butcher's out of Chicago. Chicago area starting to distro a little more outside that area. There you go. Appreciate the interaction, you all, listening. If, like I said, once again, if you're listening to the audio only, make sure you leave a review and maybe take a screenshot of your phone and just, or if you're watching on your phone now, take a screenshot and be like, hey, I'm listening to this podcast. You guys should check it out and tag us, and we'll show you some love, and more people will know about it. But our next one we cracked here is once again another K Brewing. Is this the ale?
This is the Rye Sesh IPA.
Oh, okay. The Rye IPA. All right. Fuck it. I'll do this glass.
Let me go back to my pictures real quick and see if I have any, because they have like the official listings on the board.
Yeah.
I might have took a picture.
Well, that's a cool thing too. If you're on Untapped as well, I'm Bangin Beers Podcast Anthony. And then I tag everybody on all my posts. But Bob is fantastic at this. He takes pictures of the bartenders, the taps, like every beer. He takes a different picture of a different section of the bar, or so you get a really good idea following Bob on Tapped if he's at a location of where he's drinking a beer and the environment, which is I think is really, really cool. And a huge reason why I was like, Bob needs to come hang out at the table. So what is this? The Nipper, right?
Yeah, Rye.
NIP space. Oh, space. RYE.
There it is. The Rye Sesh. Not really a write up here, Bob. So we'll just.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping I had a decent picture. I'm still.
This one you did not put a picture, I don't think.
And I doubt there's anything on the can because it looks like just their normal label, and then they put
that's your
like
picture.
A label maker label on the side.
Yeah.
Tape over it with the beer name and the ABV.
Yeah, I understand why they don't yet. They're still starting off, but I know you can get cans of certain like things at Pilguru. They can do crowler cans, but
they can do crowler cans, and they have the 16 ounces of the Dad Vibes, and then the dark Mexican lager as well.
So you can buy two of those things, but crowlers are always fun. I think I have a crowler. Fuck, I should have done that. I have a crowler or something in the fridge right now. I think Lux. Lux is 6.
Lux is 7.
7.
Yeah.
I think I do.
I'll probably, if we do next week, because next Sunday will be Father's Day, I'll bring the dark Mexican lager for us for the show beer.
Okay. I have the I bust out the Lux too. Yeah. Well, we'll do that. So yeah, it's official. We're here next Sunday. And you can bring your chocolate lager.
All right.
We'll do like I don't know, do you have a lineup, or we'll just do a grab bag British episode?
Well, I'm sure we're gonna go someplace else, but if you want to do a fridge clean out,
either that or you and I can message up.
Yeah, we'll work something.
Yeah, cool. Work something out.
I did just do a random PA, whatever.
Yeah. The Flame 821 tap room is like a coffee house that serves beers. And
there
wine.
You go. That's actually a perfect description. That is the vibe you get from that. A coffee house.
I don't know who Flame is, but thank you so much for that. Very pet friendly. Encourage people to order food for delivery from local restaurants.
I'm gonna assume that they're affiliated with K Brewing.
I sure hope so. If you are, let us know, or just let us know your experience.
Yeah, that's the perfect fit right there. Coffee house vibe.
I often say that about Pilguru too. Like people are like, even people I know that I took there that aren't really like into beer, that went to hear like a band play or whatever, they said it feels like
It's weird.
kind of like it like it's like a like you don't feel like you're in Pottsville, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like it's not like most places you're in, you're like,
it's that I would.
oh, I'm
I
most
definitely
certainly in
wouldn't
like
call it a dive bar.
no,
I
but
would
I'm just saying it's like more like kind of like a laid back vibe. Like
It'd be very laid back. I
Yeah.
will say, I could definitely see if someone said they walked into Pilgrim and had a hipster vibe, I wouldn't argue with them. Like I think it has a little bit of because it does have a younger crowd, but I have definitely seen older crowds in there
Yep.
too and have
yeah.
a fucking blast.
yeah,
Some nights you can go in there. It could be very depending on the music section. It could
Yep.
be a punk bar. It could be a folk punk bar.
which next Saturday it's gonna be
Eddie Collins is
the acoustic emo night
last time that was a
version
really good time.
2.0.
I'll be
So
there.
I'll be there
Yeah,
after
next Saturday. That's what I'm doing. I'm going there.
Yeah, I'll be there after I'm out all day at other
Yeah, that was a
breweries
good
with
time.
my dad. But
that place, I think the best way to describe Pilgrim, since we're on the is it evolves
Yep.
with who's there.
Yep.
Like if people walk in and they're like, we want to watch sports on TV, it becomes a sports bar. But even if you're on your own little section, it can be your own thing as well. Like if you walk in and it's punk night, it's a punk night. If you walk in and wrestling's on, it's a wrestling night. But even if you're not in the wrestling vibe, there's people like I've been in there and wrestling's playing on both TVs, and someone's like, I'm not into wrestling, and they're like, and they see me, I'm into it. They'll be like, what do you like? And I'm
or like even if like new wrestling is on, like people would be like, oh, I watched back in like the 80s and this.
yeah. It's
So, like,
it's such a everyone.
The whole conversation just
Yeah.
explodes about then old wrestling versus new, and then like maybe it gets them into newer wrestling.
It's a very open, chill vibe too, where you can just have a conversation with the person in the room at any point in time, not even know them, and it happens. Or everyone goes outside and sit, and then as you're sitting out there, everyone's in everyone's conversation, and then everyone kind of joins each other's conversation. It's just I don't know. I love the vibe there. It's a lot of fun. All right, what do we got here? I'm on the winery side of the business, so the Flame is on the winery side. What was the name of the winery you said you?
That's I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure there's more than one. But,
Okay. Let us know your business. You don't be shy. The Flame. Tell us about what we can enjoy there. Keep it coming. And thank you so much for joining us. How did you find out about the episode? Because we did not do our job marketing at all. We will definitely pick that back up. But
now when I bought the beer 2 weeks ago, I told the guy behind the counter that we were reviewing it on the show, and I gave him some details on where to.
I have more. Do you have how you doing on stickers?
I'm still doing good.
All right, I have a shit.
But I never saw him again and didn't have the opportunity to say that we canceled the show last week. So.
Yeah, Stone Mountain Wine Cellar is where they're from. There he is. Thank you so much. Husband happened to see it, and he's been following you. This is dope.
Yeah,
there you go. That gives a little the Breakfast Club punch in the shoulder feel right there. All right, so this is the Nip. All right, so I really like this one. This is really good.
I enjoy that more of the rye IPAs are showing up.
Yeah. So this is the. I'll let Bob read it off here. I don't think there's a write-up.
The next time I go down, I'll take a picture of the sheets that they have on the counter, and they actually give real detailed descriptions. But
yeah.
So again, there's not really a write-up for this one. This one is called Nip Rye Sesh or Sesh, as they prefer to use, IPA. Again, this is from the K Brewing Company of Bethlehem, PA. It's listed as a session IPA. The can and the page agree that this is 5% ABV. There are no IBUs listed. Again, this is a relatively new beer. It's only been logged 16 times.
There it is. That makes the list.
It averages a 3.47. I have one friend check-in where it averages a 3.75. And there is no write-up at all. There is just a flavor profile, which is listed as metallic, crisp, dry, hoppy, and balanced.
I will say this. Because these are the three beers here that I think most people are going to be like, you're going to try first. You're going to try your IPA, you'll try the rye, and you'll try a Pilsner. I don't know how many beers they have actually on tap currently at all times. Like, how many taps were there? Do you remember?
I want to say 10, but
10? Barley wines, for me personally, without even cracking it, I'm probably going to enjoy it, but it's not something I'll drink. Like, I'll take like a flight or try a sample of it. I won't drink a full pour. Because I want to keep my clothes on. What is that one? Yeah, 10.5. Yeah. But honestly, and I'm not trying to show my cards here, but if I had to pick just from the three we're having beer of the night, I'm going with the Rye Sesh. I like this. I would have this unless I didn't have any lagers, obviously, because my lager is my go-to. But I would go all day long with this Rye Sesh.
So that's at one of the tables looking towards the bar.
Oh, it does have a coffee house vibe. Like the side, the wall looks like. Oh, sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to. Oh boy, yeah, it has like I got it. It has like almost like the side of a house wall paneling on the sides. Like there's cabinets and stuff in there. It's dope. It looks kind of nice. I don't know why that's up there. Like it popped at the location on the side. It's really nice. 8 on tap, 4 flights for $10. There it is. We got to do an episode there. If you guys are interested in having us, we'd love to come up and we could bring our equipment up and record. We've done that before in the past. I'm not a huge wine drinker, but I'll try wine. I've tried wine in the past. I think when I had wine, I think I was more of a, was it dry?
I don't know. I've never been able to really get into wine. Last time I had wine, I went out in the woods and chopped the tree down. So, so maybe we shouldn't do a wine episode.
Was it like planned though, or you just like
it wasn't planned?
You was like, I'm just gonna go do this.
Yep.
How big was the tree?
It was pretty big.
What'd you chop it with?
Chainsaw.
Oh, well, you didn't chop it down. You cut it down.
Okay. Well, then
chainsawed it down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I drank a whole bottle of wine and chopped the tree down with a chainsaw.
I envision you in flannel with suspenders with an axe.
With an axe.
Yeah.
Or one of them old timey saws, like the 2 people one that they pull back and forth.
You and Andy on each side. Yeah.
Just like slowly chopping a tree down.
They said, sorry, I'm assuming. Absolutely. How does raspberry habanero wine sound to you?
I'm on board.
Yeah, they like the habanero pepper stuff.
Yeah,
I'll try it, but it's usually not my go-to. But usually, if I see a jalapeno beer on I try it.
No word of a lie. One time, I went out and the Cunningham jalapeno lager was on draft. I ordered that and then ordered hot wings because I forgot what beer I ordered.
You're like,
it was off. I'm like, what did I do?
They just did an episode on Welcome Back a few episodes ago where they tried all the Flaming Hot products.
Yeah,
like Flaming Hot. Like I didn't know that was a brand.
Yep.
Like you can get Flaming Hot chips,
yep.
Flaming Hot macaroni and cheese.
You can get Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
Well, they ate all Flaming Hot stuff and then drank the Flaming Hot Mountain, and they're just like, "This is the worst thing we've ever done ever."
It was a bad experience. Like the beer is good, yes, but then also eating hot wings on top of it, it was not ideal.
Not ideal. Not a good situation.
No.
Cool. All right. Well, there you go. Well, hit us up on one of our social medias, and we can figure out a date to come up and record. We don't take up a lot of space, and we can have some fun and get to sit down with you guys, interview people, and learn about your business and try some stuff out. So definitely hit us up, and thank you for joining the stream. That means a lot to us.
Well, that's a raspberry habanero wine. The next time we stop in, I'm definitely gonna try some.
Yeah. And Betham's on a far drive. We can do that.
Lehighton?
Yeah, Lehighton.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
No, it's like what, 45 minutes from here?
I see that I'm close
from here. Oh yeah,
but
yeah, because you had to travel this way, so it'll be basically hometown exit.
Yeah,
off 81, and then
I went to Broadheadsville yesterday for the wrestling show, and I go through because I pick up Ryan in Pottsville, and I go the back way, and then I go out that way. I fucking hate driving through those 2 little town patches. Like to get from Pottsville to Tamaqua feels like it's the longest part of the trip. I fucking hate it. Like it's the worst. Like I can drive from Tamaqua all the way out because once you get to the 5 Points, which is awful, there out is not a problem. But that little section between Tamaqua and Pottsville, every time we're driving through, I'm like, I wish
Middleport.
Yeah,
and
was it Port Clinton or
Middleport,
Cambola, New Philly.
New Philly. That's
hate that drive. It's just like fuck. Well, I hate why do these 2 towns exist? Can we it just feels like it makes the trip so much longer. I don't know. Crushes me every time. All right. Yeah. What do we think of this rye?
I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
If you want to see our scores, you can check us out on Untap. We don't really put our scores on the podcast anymore because sometimes people get upset if we don't give them the score they think.
Or we have people on that don't have it, and they're like, "Oh, I wrote this down in my notebook as a 4.0."
Yeah, that too. But it's gonna be fun trying to figure out how to do our scoring. Once we go to a brew fest, I throw scoring out the window. I never remember anything, and then I do it for like the first 3 stops, and then I get in a talk tone mode.
I maybe this year I might
Well,
actually
but-
bring like a notepad or just not check anything.
So
I'll
I'm usually
I'll have a notepad in my back pocket all day.
Because last year we had to check in all the beers at the courthouse.
so that's like yeah, because they didn't move the venue. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm usually pretty good about staying with it. And what I started doing, I can't remember which beer fest I started doing it. Oh, whenever I started getting the VIP tickets, I intentionally go to all the people that are participating in the championship first, so I can get all the contender beers with a clean palate,
Yeah.
and you know, give them an honest taste, and you know, not like a third-rate ashtray mouth, you know.
Dude, I by the fourth tent, I'm done. My palate's shot, and I'm just there to party at that point.
That's water, and you know, and
Yeah, I don't know. Like I did my first beer share, and you guys are rinsing your cups out. I was like, "Fuck it."
You're just pouring the beers right in. Just,
I'm just a savage. I don't know. Like, you want to rinse? I'm like, nah, just pour it right in there. And they're like, no, we're gonna rinse it. We want to get you to proper taste. I was like, listen, I was shot half a block up. and that last year, man, everyone brought a pepper beer.
yep.
There was so many pepper beers. I was screwed by the fourth. Like I said, the fourth tent, I was done. It was over for me.
And probably the fact that the North brought a pepper beer that was also a stout in at end of July when it was like a 90-degree day, that was a real big swing. But I liked it.
There was a girl.
It was good.
There was a girl I knew, and she just looked at me, gave me a hug, and I go, "Have you tried their beer?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you like dark beer?" She goes, "Love dark beer." I go, "Try this one." She goes, "I'm not gonna like it." I go, "You're gonna love it." And she sipped it, and then the heat hit her. She goes, "Why did you do that to me?"
But no, but hey, that was I think the last beer I did.
It was. I
Last
took
year.
a small sip of it. I love the North, but I
took it,
can't.
yeah.
I
No,
can't do hot.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. Like it, even on like a hot day, it just I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They're fantastic. We gotta work with those guys soon too. We'll record something. Maybe
to get up there.
Yeah, I'm still debating if we're gonna record content that day. I'm just afraid by like halfway, I'm just gonna be a fucking.
That's
shit.
what I think. We just hang out for the day.
well, yeah, we'll talk a bit about it a little bit after the show, but I think we can still. It may take some editing work to put it all together. But
Yeah,
I
the
think-
editing I'm not
Or be
worried
like,
about.
all right, we're all hammered.
But I-
just completely scrap the interview.
I just don't
that-
know
that
how
talks
much I
with
trust
these people.
myself to walk around with like $800 worth of wireless microphones. I stepped on glass and shit last year. Like I was a mess.
But I think between 3 or 4 of us, we'll have enough material to even if it's just an hour or a half hour.
Yeah, we'll try. I'll try my because we could.
Let's do a supercut and speed all the talking up like the chipmunks.
I was a mess last year.
You know, even if it's just letting the different brewers talk about their stuff, and we don't even do a lot.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right,
Tell me about your stuff.
Yeah, we don't,
Well, maybe, what if we write the questions on paper and just hand it to them at one point? and
we
be
just keep
like-
writing it on our
Yeah.
arm. Yeah. Real quick for the flame, we are not drunken idiots. It just happens at Brewfest, especially that one because there's so many beers to drink.
And we'll also be there for 5 hours.
Yes. But when we do show up on location, we stay completely sober and respectable, and we're not idiots. Just for full disclosure, we're probably showing the wrong side of us to our audience our first time out. But yeah, but she says her husband's been listening, so yeah, so he knows the deal. All right, so I'm cracking the barley wine, which already pouring it does not look like a barley wine. Doesn't really smell like one either. This might be a sneaker.
Is that the Blindeye?
Yeah, I think so. The
Yes.
barley wine. The what's it called? Blindeye.
Blindeye. All one word.
There's I just typed blind space eye, and the first one that came up was from a brewery. It was called the Third Eyed Blind. Do. So 9.5 on Untapped. Can says 10.5. So maybe I have it up if you want me to read it. Oh, you have it.
I have.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with what the can says, but Blindeye from the Cave Brewing Company of Bethlehem, PA. This is considered an English barley wine. The can says it is 10.5% on the ABV.
There's like no hint of that at all.
Nope.
This one has been logged in 257 times. It averages a 3.55. I have 8 friend check-ins where it averages a 3.69. And the write-up goes, not your typical barley wine, smooth and hints of vanilla and a nice malty finish. It's an English barley wine with an American twist. The flavor profile is listed as sweet, boozy, smooth, fruity, and vanilla.
All right. If you're watching video, what the fuck just happened? All right. So you smell that. It smells. I can't even describe what style of beer it smells like, but it has just like a normal beer smell, maybe a rye, or maybe I still have the sesh in my head. Then you drink it, and it drinks so light bodied. And then the only time you feel that you may be in danger because you're drinking
Like
at 10 point, there's a little bit of a burn as it goes down your chest. But when it's in your mouth and everything else out, well, he said malty and smooth. This is dangerous. If that's a 10.1, you could easily drink a full pint or two of that, and you're gonna die.
Malty, vanilla, maybe just a hint of like raisin or fig, a touch of caramel.
There's no way that's 10%.
And almost like if you get it too, almost like a cream soda kind of vibe.
Yeah,
without it being a sweet though.
Yeah. I definitely get that cream soda, that vanilla. Holy shit. This would ruin your day. Because if this is 10.1 and it drinks this easy, holy Hannah. Yeah, I normally can't get too far back into a bottle because usually the barley wine's over sweet and it's boozy. Like they're boozy.
Yeah. Just a faint amount of booziness on the back end.
The only time I feel it is when you have a burn that goes down the center of your chest. That's the only time I feel where I'm like, oh, okay, I can definitely feel where that booziness is. But you have no booziness. I have nothing in my mouth. Like I don't have a boozy aftertaste. It's just in my throat down to my chest. It's the only time I'm like, okay, there's a little bit of a booziness burn there. Everything else, man, drinks super smooth. It does taste like the more you sleep, it's like an uncarbonated cream soda with that vanilla and yeah. That's crazy.
Like
well, remember when I said
like
that Rye Sesh is going to be beer of the night? I already have my vote.
A nice middle of November, December fireplace beer after dinner.
Mike Henniger says, hence the blind eye name. Yeah. Wow. What kind of witchcraft is that? That is nuts. Yeah, this is definitely lose your pants beer.
Yes.
Yeah. Holy crap. Like I just said to him, I said like it tastes like an uncarbonated cream soda to me. That's
almost.
Yeah. There's zero booziness to that. If you pour somebody a pint glass of that, you're like, enjoy it. They're like, they could finish the whole thing without even knowing. And
like you said, like you don't get it until like at the very end.
Yeah.
So if you're a fast drinker,
you're done.
You're done for.
It's like, you know what this beer, if they make a variant or if they
actually there is there's one that's oak aged.
The only thing this can should have, it should just have Ralph from The Simpsons sitting on the bus seat, and the beer name should just be called "I'm in Danger," because this thing will ruin your day. Well, I mean, you'll have depends on what type of drink you are, but this will creep up on you because you have no idea what ticking time bomb you just poured down your throat. 10.5 or 9.5, depending on what they go by.
It's very possible.
It's totally invisible.
It's very possible there was an older version.
Totally invincible. This is crazy. It's delicious too. It has so much flavor.
There is a likelihood that they posted an earlier version on Untapped and just never updated the ABV on it.
That's nuts. All right, well, I got my vote. Beer of the night, the Blindeye Barleywine. No doubt about it.
Oh, we're going there already. Yeah, I'm second that.
Yeah,
I guess I'll third it.
Yeah,
I was going to go with but my number 2 is the American IPA.
Oh, you're going with American?
Yep. No, the
Hop
IPA.
Nectar.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going Hop Nectar? I'll agree, but I would have went something else. My second pick would have been, I'll go for the third. I would have went with the Rye Sesh I really like that. If I was there, oh shit, we never even cracked that. Let's crack it.
We'll crack it.
We'll crack it. What do you think for your third?
Third will be let's go Pilsner.
Pilsner? Oh, you're the tiebreaker.
I like them both, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the rye.
The rye, there it is. All great beers, no stinkers here. Actually, because they put these, does it come off easy? We'll try it later because it's gonna be loud. I'm gonna cut out the
table.
I'm gonna cut out the cave and stick it on the table. If you haven't noticed, our table is completely sticker bombed to the point where we're putting it on our chairs. Because I don't want. I'm at the point where I don't want to cover certain things up, but we'll definitely cut out the logo and throw it on the table. Thank you, Bob, for bringing some Cave Brewing. Yeah. This is fantastic. We did just crack one last one before we get out of here. Bill snuck one in on us. I didn't even touch my show beer. I've had broken heels 1,000 times. Mike, how did you hear about it? I'm not sure if we've ever engaged or anything like that before. Let us know if you're still watching. If anyone here has any other things that we missed from Cave, what to expect. You said there's a few different wineries. You said maybe possibly 2.
Because it's a fairly decent looking wine. It's a fairly decent wine selection. It would be more than what I would think one winery would normally offer.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I believe it's 2. I honestly don't know because we didn't try any of the wines.
Yeah. Anything said, we found out from one of the wineries, from Stone Mountain Winery, that they are dog friendly, and it has a cool little coffee house vibe. But yeah, let us know if we missed anything, or any information. Maybe we were already invited, so they hit us up. Did you already pour?
Yep.
We can go up there and learn more about the business. Pretty excited, and we'll end here with our peanut butter and jelly Fool's Gold from Rusty Rail Brewing Company. Actually, let me pull something up real fast to plug Rusty Rail. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I'm so fucking. Are you guys still going
for the wrestling thing? When is it?
That is
not next Saturday. The Saturday,
the 25th. Yeah, Saturday after.
Maybe.
I got booked for a wrestling show to do commentary a while back, and then when they announced the date, I was like, "Fuck, I can't make it." Which I'm heartbroken because I really wanted to be a part of that event. But they are doing. Rusty Rail Company is doing a wrestling event. Once again, beer and wrestling, 2 of my favorite things in the world. Let's see if they... Did you see the Skies Out, Thighs Out?
Yep.
What is that? A pink lemonade sour. They're always putting out...
I believe I commented on it, that it's the summer of the Manti.
That's what I said last time on commentary, because I was wearing my cutout like extra... I think the same shorts I'm wearing now. But I like my thighs out.
Yeah,
I'm into the thigh out look, and I'm a dad bod. I'm without a kid. I got a little belly on me, but if I'm gonna rock out my thighs, I'm gonna do it and show off those hairy legs with my crazy tattoos that grown men shouldn't have. Like the devil from the Powerpuff Girls. You know, I'm showing off the biz. But June 25th. Champ Pills returns alongside their favorite event, the Central PA Slam Fest. You can get your tickets on sale now at paslamfest.com. So they're going to have professional wrestling outdoors. Last year they had awesome names that involved, and if you're in the local pro wrestling scene, I know 2 of my buddies are on it, but you can definitely go follow them and check it out. We also shared on our pages that you can go, and I'm actually sharing it once again right now, so you can go if you're on our Bangin' Beers on Facebook or our community page on Facebook. You can check out that. And if you are local or anything, if you like doing beer reviews, you're out places, or you just want to put over your business, the only thing we ask is you participate. You know, just don't dump content, but like, hey, we're here, check this out. Also, like, share and just work with each other. You know what I mean? Not so much just dump and leave. But we have our Bangin' Beers fan page or community page. I'm not sure what it's called anymore. We changed it twice, but share your content in there. Let people know about your business or your beers or what you're drinking. If you're just someone who likes to try different places, like Bob. Essentially, Bob's our nomad here. But go ahead, Bob. Let's read off this PB&J Fool's Gold.
All right, PB&J Fool's Gold from the Rusty Rail Brewing Company of Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. This is considered a Hefeweizen. It comes in at 8% ABV and it's listed at 20 IBUs. And there is no real write-up on it. The flavor profile is listed as peanut butter, sweet, grapes, wheat, and tart. It's been checked in 116 times. It averages a 3.6. 2 friend check-ins where it averages the 3.4, and Bill is my highlight.
All right. Here's my question. You're making a peanut butter and jelly. Are you more peanut butter or more jelly?
I'm equal, probably.
Equal?
Honestly.
Peanut butter.
You're more peanut butter. I'm more jelly. So for me,
Peanut butter is the base. You got to have a strong foundation.
I do a thin layer, as thin as I could possibly make it, of peanut butter on my, like, if you have like a 4-inch peanut butter in your sandwich, you're a psycho. That's like a dog with roof on the peanut butter roof in your mouth. I like my jelly. I like the jelly where it's like hitting my shirt as I'm biting it off the other side. You know what I mean? Like my jelly is like a 4-inch Whopper Junior. You know what I mean? I like my jelly. This is more jelly forward than it is peanut butter.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. This is my perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And usually when people do peanut butter in anything, the peanut butter is dominant when it comes to the flavor base. This is more that sweet jelly, and the aftertaste is the peanut butter.
Yep.
This is fantastic. Because the Fool's Gold is normally a peanut butter forward beer.
Well, yeah, because it's just peanut butter wheat.
Yeah. Because when they first put this, when you brought this to the table, I was like, well, you already have a peanut butter beer. And 9 times out of 10, every time I've ever had a peanut butter jelly beer, it's like there was no jelly there.
Yeah, like it's there, but not there.
It's like you put a mouthful of peanuts in your mouth, and you're like a shot of jelly, and you're like, cool, there's jelly in it, peanut butter jelly beer. I get this is jelly forward peanut butter hint on the end, which is crazy, especially being a Fool's Gold beer.
And then what, 8%?
Yeah,
that's 8%.
8%. Yeah.
What are you breweries doing to human beings? How do you make things that high and not have it taste like it's gonna ruin your day?
Well, that's your thing too. Like I from looking at the can before, the only fruit I see listed on there is dragon fruit. So I can imagine like if they decided to make this with currants or raspberries or peaches or something like that, or orange marmalade. Because dragon fruit is always big on the color, but to me, it's always kind of subtle on the flavor.
Yeah.
And if you can get that with dragon fruit, just imagine what you could do with something that has like real.
Yeah, think want to have Paddington Bear on the thing and just have it say, "Oh, marmalade."
Listen, we learned a lot about Rusty Rail going up there and talking to Guy and taking the tour and really diving into that brewery. And I have no question in their abilities and what they can do. I mean, they're all over the county, all over the country, or not country, but state, and they are about as handcrafted as you're going to get.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're not putting stuff in an automated system. And for how much distribution they have and how much they work,
it is a small
operation. Yeah, you like when I went there, I thought they were Trogs level, because when you're going around Pennsylvania, it's Trogs, Rusty Rail, Victory, Yingling. Like they're in the mix of the top 5 that you're going to see, because it's just out there. It's in your face. They make so much. And
I'd probably even add New Trail on that list.
Oh, New Trail now. Yeah. But for their base of operation is not a big operation, man. And it's love. That's the main thing they put into their beer. And this is, once again, Rusty Rail knocks out of the park. Last one I had by them was that pickle one. But listen, at the end of the day, if you're into pickle, you're going to fucking love it.
I don't know if you read
my
review on
it is what it says it is.
Yeah, it was tough for me.
And there's no arguing that.
I still say a pickle beer is a novelty beer, and I will probably never drink more than one at a time. But that was absolutely, and I haven't had one that I didn't like.
Yeah,
but that was absolutely by far the best pickle beer. I mean that they've nailed it, man.
Yeah. Mike says that his wife runs the wine side of the biz. So there you go. Yeah, hit us up. We'd love to come up hang out. I mean, we are banging beers, but we'll try anything. We have been invited to try like moonshines and stuff, which is terrifying, but we'll figure it out. We'll have Rosa DD us and sleep in the back seat on the way home, like I did last time during road trip with Rosa. Bob doesn't fucking play. You gotta weight train for like 2 years to get on Bob's level.
The Marine Corps trained me well.
Yeah. Bob, what do you got to plug?
A couple things this week, actually. The show, Bangin' Beers podcast, the IWEP network. Check them out. Give them love, like Tony says. Please subscribe. Tell 2 of your friends to check it out.
Yeah.
Some quality content there. A lot of diversity in the neighborhood. Check it out. There's something for everybody. Again, we mentioned earlier in the show, the Schuylkill County Brewfest is right around the corner.
We'll be there hanging out.
Yeah, come out, drink some beer with us, have a good day. I'm wearing my Jam Room Brewing shirt from Newfoundland, PA. It's a classic rock themed brewery. If you're out that way, check them out. Another place where everything is really good. And last, a shout out to Cave.
Yeah. Bill.
I'm just going to echo with Bob. Just check the other shows out on the network. And then don't be afraid to reach out.
Please do.
If there's anything you want to see or hear about, I'm sure Tony and them will be more than happy to talk about it or possibly cover the topic. There are links out there that you can come on and be a guest.
Same with this one too.
Yeah, I just had to fill out all the appropriate information.
Here's the thing. Don't go crazy. Like, you don't have to put every single bit of information, but it helps. Like, we ask for all social medias and we ask for a small about. If you put nothing in the about, I don't know what you want to come talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so just do that.
I don't have a
it'll be
research
fun,
team.
especially with the idea of moving forward, depending on how the landscape of the show will change. Moving past June, we might have room for more guests.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether it be in person or via remote. Just check that out. Keep that in mind. Keep an eye out for what the future holds for us, and come hang out with us at Brewfest.
Yeah. So we have a TikTok. I may have broken it because I was told you're supposed to put like so many posts a day on there. And it went from like 300, 400 plays per video to like 7. But I did have a ton of clips from past content that I was uploading and putting out there. So if you want to check out some clips, but without even trying, man, we're almost up at 600 people on TikTok, which is crazy. But we are on there. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on all social media, so check us out. Facebook is probably our biggest hitter. If you are on any of those platforms or you're listening to live, audio platform helps us out the most. We don't get a lot of plays. We told you we're up to 39 cents. So we're so close to a Milwaukee's Best six-pack.
Yeah. 24 pack.
24 pack, which is
$11.
$11. We do have merchandise you can grab. We have a Patreon. Patreon is a monthly subscription. It helps pay the bills. We do have things like StreamYard that we're using to pay for the Stro editing software that we use, as well as when we go on location, we have to edit. But it helps us grow, and that's pretty much what we're going for. If you can't monetary support us, we completely understand. Times are tough now, but a share, a like, tell your friends we exist. Word of mouth has definitely got us everywhere we are now. Huge shout out to the Central PA Pour guys, killing it, absolutely fucking killing it. They just had our boys from Breweries Pennsylvania on their show. They are live every Thursday, so go support those guys. Love them to death. Tons of great contenters out there with Fueled by Hops and everybody else. I'm excited to possibly keep the thing going after July, because it was essentially done. Bob here, that's the guy who's keeping me going here. I will admit. But thank you guys so much for the love. Mike hanging out, the Flame 821. Don't know your real name. Dave TV. Well, actually, the Flame. We'll just credit you for being what is it? Stone Mountain Wine Cellar. Dave's TV, Last Beer. Who else we got here? Angel, the employee of the month.
Employee of the month.
Square Table Degenerates, and Dan, Uncle Dan, for hanging out with us. All in the chat. You can join us on Sundays. Follow us on social media. I promise it won't be like this again, where we just show up and be like, "Hey, we're here."
Maybe it can be. Is that what you like?
Or maybe we will.
Let us know.
But without even promoting it and stuff, we had all you guys here hanging out, chatting, and partying. We appreciate it. We love you. IWEPnetwork.com. And the links below. Follow us. Show some support to Cave. And we'll see you next time. Bangin' Beers Podcast. We're out of here.